Hello and welcome to Enterprising Tech Provider, your destination for the latest news on Dell through our Enterprise Tech Provider site. I'm your host, Ed Hannon, and joining me today is Steve Veith, the editor of Enterprise Tech Provider. In today's episode, Steve and I are going to chat about how Dell is rising to the challenge of increased client device security. Now, Steve, there's a lot of hot topics in tech. One of the more evergreen hot topics, if that's not an oxymoron, would be cyber attacks and cybersecurity. That's not news in and of itself, but because this is not going away, the challenges are obviously growing and more intense as they go. How is Dell meeting the challenge here?
Well, Ed, Dell has always met the challenge, quite frankly, because of everything they do imbues security, uh, really from beginning to end of a technology life cycle. And Dell has always addressed cybersecurity challenges by embedding protection through its entire product and solution ecosystem. It imbues what's called the zero trust approach, which if you're viewing this video, you've probably heard of that. But that ensures verification at every level, whether that's the device level, the user level, or the network level. And Dell security, basically spans hardware, firmware, and software with a number of different security features, like what they call SafeBIOS, which detects tampering and endpoint detection tools, and they have also response, or what's called early detection response tools. So um, when you think about it, Dell really digs in and gets involved right at the BIOS and silicon level of technology, which is key. And the company also invests heavily in secure supply chain and lifecycle management, as I alluded to earlier, so that even when they deal with suppliers on their end, they're vetted for airtight security. But essentially, through intelligence, AI-driven monitoring, and continuous updates, Dell evolves as the threat landscape evolves as well. And Dell makes it a practice to collaborate with cybersecurity experts and industry frameworks that ensure compliance and resilience across all customer environments, whether that's on premises, hybrid, or cloud.
So that being said, obviously there's a lot going on here. What, from your vantage point, would you say are the security features of Dell's client devices that are most impactful and effective?
Wow, that's a long list. Because they're all impactful and they're all effective, in my humble opinion. Um, but if you think about Dell's client devices, and I'm not sure they're actually known for their client devices, but if they're not, they should be, because they incorporate a layered security model, again, starting with the SafeBIOS, which protects the firmware integrity, and it'll detect anomalies before the OS, or the operating system, actually loads. They have a solution called SafeID, which secures user credentials through a hardware-based trusted platform module. They have safe data, which ensures sensitive data is encrypted both, while the data is at rest and while it's moving in transit, so to speak. Dell Safeguard and Response, which is actually developed in collaboration with CrowdStrike and SecureWorks, offers endpoint detection, incident response, and threat intelligence. So these tools all work together to proactively, and that's the key word here, proactively protect against the cyber attacks. They also reduce, risk of breach, and also ensure data privacy. The integration of their AI-driven threat detection further strengthens Dell's endpoint defenses, making these particular security features both effective, but most importantly, reliable.
So before we go, I guess the final question would be, what's the play here when it comes to Dell partners and their customers?
Well, I think Dell does a great job of empowering their partners, again, by offering such a comprehensive security portfolio that adds value to their customer, to the solution providers and partners' customer engagements. And through programs like the Dell Technologies Partner Program, partners can access all sorts of training tools and customizable solutions that help address specific customer security and security pain point needs. So, for instance, partners can leverage Dell's own zero trust framework, their endpoint protection tools, and managed security services that they can use to build scalable offerings for customers, which in turn enables them to act as trusted advisors while driving recurring revenue for the solution provider and the partner through incremental and additional services and support that they provide. For customers, the benefit is simplified security deployment, access to cutting edge protection, all while reducing risk. And this whole package, again, is all delivered through a trusted partner that understands the customer's unique business and their compliance challenges.
Perfect. Perfectly said. Thanks, Steve, for your time. Thanks to everyone for listening and watching. As a reminder, you should check out Enterprise Tech Provider because that's where you'll find out the latest news on Dell, updated constantly with articles from Steve and his team. So again, thanks to Steve for his time. Thanks to all of you for yours. My name is Ed Hannon. You've been watching Enterprising Tech Provider. We'll be back again real soon. But until then, take care and have a great day. Bye for now.